Phil and Grace. Human behaviors can trip the death spiral and collapse civilization. For example, the act of raising oneself above one's peers can take resources from others and create scarcity. Since as peers catch up, leaders sprint forward, hierarchy behaviors are self-reinforcing. They continuously contribute to scarcity. The natural propensity to ever improve one's well-being expands per capita footprint. It too is a self-reinforcing behavior. And third, procreation, driven by genes and culture, ever expands population. These three self-reinforcing processes show which human behaviors increase or decrease scarcity and encourage or discourage collapse. The actual influence of these processes on collapse depends on the human load relative to the Earth's ability to carry. Let's take the easiest case first. In this wonderful green condition, the total human load is small relative to a big Earth's ability to carry. Each person can increase his or her personal well-being, causing per capita footprint to go up, yet because of the excess resources, little scarcity is created. Also, population can go up without increasing scarcity. If there was any local scarcity, migration could reduce it. Even hierarchy could go up without creating much scarcity because the rich could take their gain from the earth and not from the well-being of others. In fact, when the human footprint is small relative to the earth's big ability to carry, all these processes operating together don't create the kind of scarcity that brings down civilization. This analysis changes when human consumption equals the world's production. Then, any one of these expansion processes, acting alone, could increase scarcity and trip a civilization death spiral. If we don't want civilization collapse, we need to shut down all three of these expansion processes. However, even if we did, it would not be enough to prevent collapse. Today, this condition does not exist. This condition exists. Today, human demands already exceed the Earth's production. Species are already being crowded out and going extinct. Farmland is already being turned into housing. Every person riding an airplane is already diverting time and resources to protect themselves against terrorism. We are already tripping the civilization death spiral. If this overshoot of human load relative to the Earth's ability to carry us was not already tripping the death spiral, one more mechanism is driving us toward collapse. The Earth's ability to carry us is getting smaller. Our consumption of non-renewable resources, for example oil, is leading to their exhaustion. Our fishing fleets are lowering ocean fish production. Our farming practices are diminishing soil productivity. And our wastes are changing our weather and poisoning our ecosystem. With these supports diminishing, to not trip the death spiral, we have to run one or more of these processes backwards. One process will have to create a contraction in its variable enough to reduce scarcity, even though the other two continue to expand. For example, we could try lowering per capita footprint. If everyone in the world lived smaller, total footprint would decrease. But the cutback in consumption will kill billions of already starving people. The additional scarcity and conflict will collapse civilization. Consider the alternative of lowering the hierarchy by taking from the rich and giving to the poor. This would cut back on scarcity. Phil and Grace, did you catch the nuance? The plan is for you to share your home and car with 50 to 100 boarders. This kind of downsizing is a little more than changing light bulbs and turning down the thermostat and hoping the energy savings trickle down to the poor. Contracting hierarchy using redistribution may have Phil and Grace creating the conflict that causes collapse. Alternatively, hierarchy can be reduced by pushing the poor up in well-being. And this, at first glance, does reduce conflict and does prevent civilization collapse. But it also increases per capita footprint, which increases total footprint, which increases scarcity, and that collapses civilization. Our last behavior change implements a process that contracts population, contracts total footprint, contracts scarcity, and prevents the death spiral. While contracting population may appear as an impossible task, it might be the only behavior capable of giving our children the future we want for them. So in the next video, let's show Phil and Grace how much population decline prevents civilization collapse.